Hello, and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. First, let's talk about how are you. How are you is correct. It sounds natural. It sounds great. It's correct. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't choke yourself. It's going to be okay. So, how are you is correct, but this is not correct.
The next phrase is very confusing for English language learners because it sounds like what's up, just like the messenger name.
Wait a second. The phrase what's up sounds just like the messenger what's up? They sound different. They do not sound the same. And the messenger is not what's up. It's WhatsApp. It's an application. So we have to pronounce it with the A sound like black cat. WhatsApp. Not what's up, but WhatsApp. I have WhatsApp on my phone, and I use WhatsApp to send messages to my friends. Let's practice. What about you? Do you have WhatsApp on your phone? Very good. And do you use WhatsApp to send messages to your friends? Very good. So the messaging app is called WhatsApp. Use the A sound like black cat. Ah, it's open. And the phrase is what's up. Use the short sound like cup and up. It's more closed and relaxed. Up, up. What's up? That's the question. If someone asks you the question, what's up? You can say, not much. What about you? So what's up is the question, and WhatsApp is the messaging app. This is also not correct.
Now, another phrase is where you see something is going on and you're really worried. And you say, you're good? Everything okay? And these phrases are used when you sense that something might be wrong.
These phrases is used when you sense that something might be wrong. I cannot say these phrases is used or these phrases used. I need the action are. It's more than one. These phrases are used. These phrases are used when you sense that something might be wrong. You okay? Yeah, these phrases are used when you sense that something might be wrong. Use the verb are, not is. Let's practice. Are these phrases used when you sense that something might be wrong? That's right, these phrases are used when you sense that something might be wrong. This is also not correct.
This one actually asks for a longer, more detailed answer about other person's emotions and their general well-being.
This question asks about other person's emotions or their well-being. I cannot say other person's emotions. I have to say the other person's emotions. It's a specific person. It's the other person you're talking about when you ask a question. So this question asks about the other person's emotions or their well-being. You could also say another. This question asks about another person's emotions or their well-being. So sometimes we say the other person and sometimes we say another person. They're different. And keep watching until the end of this video to learn the difference and to practice with both of them. So example, this question asks about the other person's emotions. Let's practice. Does this question ask about the other person's emotions? That's right. This question asks about the other person's emotions. This is also not correct.
This course is called From Elementary to Intermediate, and it's a 7-week journey to fluency, confidence, and better English. It includes 30 simple and fun lessons about important topics, everyday words, most used verbs, and main tenses.
Most used verbs? We need the most used verbs. The idea, this program includes the most used verbs. I cannot say this program includes most used verbs. I need the article the most. This program includes the most used verbs. Let's practice. Does this program include the most used verbs? That's right. This program includes the most used verbs, I think. This is also not correct.
By the end of this course, you will understand grammar better. You will start speaking more clearly and confidently, like someone who knows their stuff. You will start using new modern words that people use every day.
I cannot say new modern words. Modern? She means modern. We need the sound like burger. Modern. Not modern, but modern. New, modern words. The idea, this program includes new, modern words. Let's practice. Does this program include new, modern words? That's right. This program includes new, modern words. This is also not correct.
Click the link below the video and start learning now. Now our next phrase sounds like, how have you been?
I cannot say our next phrase sounds like, how have you been? Sounds like? Our next phrase sounds similar to how have you been? No, our next phrase is how have you been. I cannot use sounds like in this case. It doesn't sound similar to anything. It is. It is our next phrase. So it's correct to say our next phrase is how have you been? Let's practice. What is our next phrase? Is our next phrase how have you been? That's right. Our next phrase is how have you been? So, how have you been? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you've been. I've been good. This is also not correct.
How's your day going? This is both a formal and an informal phrase.
How's your day going? This is both a formal and an informal phrase. How is that possible? They're opposites. This is not true. How's your day going is an informal phrase. It is not a formal phrase. It can't be both. They're opposites. How's your day going? That's an informal phrase. This is also not correct.
I am taking off my to-do list. I'm picking up some things.
I'm ticking off my to-do list? My to-do list? She means my to-do list. I cannot say to-do. I have to say to-do, to-do. The to is pronounced with a short sound like cup and up. To-do, to-do. This is my to-do list. She said, I'm ticking off my to-do list. I've never heard ticking off. I understand it. I would say marking off. It's more common. Example, she has a to-do list, and she's marking off her to-do list. That's her list of things that she needs to do. That's her to-do list. Not to-do list, but to-do. To-do list. Let's practice. Does she have a to-do list? That's right. She has a to-do list. Is she marking off her to-do list? That's right. She's marking off her to-do list. This is also not correct.
What's going on? This is another informal way to ask someone how they are and what they're up to. Typical responses are, not much, just working. What about you? Oh, nothing special. Or, a lot actually. I've been super busy lately. We just came back from this trip to Dubai and kids are back at school. I have to get back.
I cannot say kids are back at school. If someone asks you the question, what's going on? You cannot say kids are back at school. You have to say my kids are back at school, or maybe the kids are back at school. But I cannot just say kids are back at school. So if I ask her, what's going on? She could say, my kids are back at school. Let's practice. What's going on? Are her kids back at school? That's right, her kids are back at school. We need possessive. My kids, your kids, her kids. We can't just say kids, we're talking about specific kids. Thank you for watching, and keep watching to practice with other, the other, and others. They are confusing.
Hello, welcome to English for Everyone. Today we're going to talk about and practice with other, another, the other, and others. Let's get started. First we have other. We use other to talk about plural nouns. More than one. Not this country, but other countries. She likes to travel to other countries. Remember, we don't say others. Other is in a singular form. Countries is in a plural form. She likes to travel to other countries. She lives in the USA. So not this country, but other countries. She likes to travel to other countries. Let's practice. She lives in the US, but does she like to go to other countries?
Yes, she likes to go to other countries.
Does she like to go to other countries? Very good. Example. They like this restaurant, but they also like to go to other restaurants. Other in the singular form, restaurants in the plural form. So yes, they like this restaurant, but they like to eat at other restaurants too. They like to go to other restaurants too. They like to eat at this restaurant, but they also like to eat at other restaurants too. Not only this one. Let's practice. They like to eat at this restaurant, but do they like to go to other restaurants too?
Yes, they like to go to other restaurants too.
Do they like to go to other restaurants too? Very good. We also use other with non-countable nouns, non-countable things and people and places. Example, furniture. Furniture is not countable. We cannot say one furniture or two furnitures. It's not countable. So we use other furniture. I only like the furniture at this store. I don't like other furniture, only this furniture. I like this furniture only. I don't like other furniture at other stores. I only like this furniture. Let's practice. I know you like the furniture here, but do you like other furniture?
No, I don't like other furniture.
Does she like other furniture? Very good. Let's talk about another. Another is for one countable thing. It's one more. Another spoon. This spoon is dirty. I need another spoon. Spoon is countable and there's only one. Only one spoon, we say another. This spoon is dirty. Can I have another spoon, please? Let's practice. Is your spoon dirty?
Yes, my spoon is dirty.
What do you need?
I need another spoon.
Is her spoon dirty? Does she need another spoon? Very good. Example. Cup of coffee is countable and there's one, I say a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. My cup is empty. Can I have another cup of coffee? I finished my first cup. Can I have another cup of coffee? Let's practice. Do you want another cup of coffee?
Yes, I want another cup of coffee.
Does she want another cup of coffee? Very good. Let's talk about the other. We say the other. We don't say the other. Because you have a vowel with other, we don't pronounce the. Normally we say the store, the road. But with a vowel we change the to the other. We don't say the other. The other. We use the other when we have two. When there is only two, you have one way and the other way. There are only two ways. We use the other. So I'm not going that way, I'm going the other way. There are only two ways to go. We use the other. Do you want to go this way or do you want to go the other way? I want to go the other way. Let's practice. There are two ways to go. Should he go this way or the other way?
He should go the other way.
Should he go this way or the other way? That's right, he should go the other way. I have two cars. One car is blue and the other car is orange. Use the other when you only have two. Let's practice. How many cars do you have?
I have two cars.
What color are they?
One car is blue and the other one is red.
How many cars does she have? What color are they? Very good. Let's talk about others. When can we use others? We use others as a substitution for other people. You should help others means you should help other people. It's not very common. You're talking in general. Others. you should help others. You're speaking in general. You should help others. It means you should help other people. It's not very common, but it's correct. You should help others, not only yourself. Let's practice. Is it nice to help others?
Yes, it's nice. Yes, it's nice to help others.
Is it nice to help others? Should we always help others? Very good. So let's review. We use other for countable things more than one. Example, other countries, other restaurants. And we use it for non-countable. Example, other furniture. We use another for one more. Example, another spoon, another cup of coffee. And we use another for a different way, another way. We use the other when you have two. One is blue and the other one is red. And the least common is others. It's a substitution for other people. Help others.
Today we're going to learn some important mistakes to avoid, so let's get started. First, this is not correct.
Hey Marina, you alright? Hi, yeah, why won't I be?
If someone asks you the question, you all right? And you're confused by the question, you cannot say, why won't I be? In this case, we have to say, why wouldn't I be? Pronunciation, why wouldn't I be? You see the NT in wouldn't is between vowels, so you don't really hear the T. Not why wouldn't I be, but why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be?
Why wouldn't I be?
Why wouldn't I be?
Why wouldn't I be coming?
I'll be ready. Why wouldn't I be?
This is also not correct.
Progress. Oh, so you pronounced it in the British way. Americans should say progress. I still have that. Progress. Yeah. You're learning me that in the American. Progress.
That's right, Lucy. In America, we say progress. We don't say progress. The American pronunciation is progress, with the short ah sound, like hot and stop. Progress. Let's hear that last part again.
Progress. Yeah. You're learning me that in the American. Progress.
This is not correct. You cannot say, you're learning me American. We have to use the verb teach. You're teaching me American English. Learn is the verb for the student. The student learns, and the teacher teaches. We cannot switch them around. So Lucy is not learning her American English. Lucy is teaching her American English.
Thank you for teaching me this lesson.
This is also not correct.
So we're going to talk about differences between British and American English. So today we're going to compare two versions, and you don't have to speak any of those, but
In this case, I cannot say you don't have to speak any of those, because we're talking about two versions, the American accent or the British accent. When you have two things, you cannot say any of those. When you have two things, you have to say either. So correctly, it should be, you don't have to speak either one of these. Or you can just say, you don't have to speak either one. You can speak with some other different accent. You don't have to speak with either one. I cannot say you don't have to speak with any of those. Example, somebody offers me Coke or Pepsi, and I don't want Coke, and I don't want Pepsi. So I say, I don't want either one. I don't like either one. Because there's two, I have to say either. I cannot say any. I don't like any of them. Any of them is when you have more than two options. So the question, which one do you like? Coke or Pepsi? And you respond, I don't like either one. Or, I don't like either one of them. Let's practice. Do you like Coke or Pepsi? That's right. I don't like either one. I don't like either one of them. Or I can use the negative, neither. But I put neither at the beginning of the sentence. Example, neither one is healthy. Coke is not healthy, and Pepsi is not healthy. So I can say, neither one is healthy. Let's practice. Which one is healthy? Coke or Pepsi? That's right. Neither one is healthy. They both have a lot of sugar.
Did he look like either of these two guys here?
Now, there are only two things for you to do, and you're not going to like either one of them.
I mean, you haven't heard anybody say anything about either one of these.
Nope.
Yes, I liked them both, and neither one of them was suicidal.
You know,
Neither one of us is gonna die if it doesn't happen for us.
So I mentioned, when you have more than two, that's when you can use any. So let's practice with any. When we have 3 or more. Which one do you like? Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper? I don't like any of them. Because we have more than 2, I need to use any. I don't like any of them. Let's practice. Which one do you like? Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper? That's right. I don't like any of them. Or I can use the negative form, none. But we put none at the beginning of the sentence. None of them. None of them are healthy. Example, you have Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper. Which one is healthy? And the answer is none. None of them. None of them are healthy. They all have a lot of sugar. So I start with the negative none. None of them are healthy. They're all bad for you. Let's practice. You have 3 options. Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper. Which one is healthy? That's right. None of them are healthy. They all have too much sugar.
I really like you, and I don't have any money or insurance or a valid credit card or any of those things, but I'll help you take care of this baby.
You can be in a room with 100 men and not like any of them.
I've worked many jobs, and none have been worth missing life.
I've got 8 children, and none of them look like me.
He has no real allies, only enemies, but none of them are as great as he.
This is also not correct.
Yeah, we just, like, the regular word would be the oven. If you say stove, I would say it implies something fancier. Like, you know, in American homes, if you see a stove with red knobs, I don't remember, like, this very fancy kind of oven brand.
First, let's talk about pronunciation. The pronunciation is not oven, but oven. The first syllable makes a sound like cup and up. This is a relaxed sound. Your mouth is almost closed. Oven. Oven. So let's talk about the difference between oven and stove. Stove is not a fancy oven. A stove is not fancier than an oven. Sometimes we use these 2 words interchangeably in some situations. But basically, the stove is the top part, and the oven is the inside part. For example, I cook rice on the stove, and I bake cookies in the oven. So remember the prepositions, on the stove versus in the oven. And we see how the pronunciation of the changes to the because it's before a vowel. We say in the oven. Again, I cook rice on the stove, and I bake cookies in the oven. And if you're talking about the whole appliance, it's more common just to say stove. Example, do you have a gas stove or an electric stove? I have an electric stove, and I hate it. Let's practice. What are you cooking on the stove? Very good. And what are you baking in the oven? Very good. And by the way, do you have a gas stove or an electric stove? Very good.
Oh, baby, don't ever put anything like this on the stove.
I touched my arm on the stove and I got burned and I cried.
In the oven on a pan.
But the bacon's not going to be crisp if you bake it in the oven on a sheet.
This is also not correct.
Let's say this. I'm going to say this the way I would say it. I met my mother on the tube. Well, I wouldn't say on the tube because we don't use the tube in the US, but anyways, on the tube, on the underground, on Tuesday.
In American English, we do not say on the underground. That's in England. In England, it's called the underground or the tube. But in America, mostly we say subway, on the subway. Americans do not say on the underground. We say on the subway. Most cities in America that have a subway, it's referred to as the subway. Take the subway. Some people say take the train, and in some cities they call it the metro. But we especially use the metro when we're referring to other subway systems in other countries in Europe. For example, in France, it's called the metro. But in America, the most common word is subway. I'm going to take the subway to work. And he's going to take the subway to work. Let's practice. Is he going to take the subway to work? That's right. He's going to take the subway to work, not the underground.
Telling us you killed those 3 young men on the subway?
For your act. Didn't you hear what happened on the subway? Some clown got killed.
Stay tuned for an update on the subway hijacking case.
So I tried to take the subway.
You can take the subway there, one of the lines.
No, I think I'll take the subway.
This is also not correct.
What would you call hair that goes across your forehead like this? In British English, we would call it fringe. A fringe.
Yeah, in American, it's bangs, but I also think people understand fringe because I would say both.
In America, when we're talking about this haircut, this part of your hair, it's called bangs. I don't have any bangs. But she does. She has bangs. And we do not say both bangs and fringe. Fringe is British. In America, we don't say fringe. We only say bangs. She has bangs. I can say she has long bangs. Let's practice. Does she have long bangs? That's right. She has long bangs. So why don't we say fringe? Because in English, American English, fringe is something completely different. This is fringe. I can say the jacket has fringe. Or sometimes we say fringes. We use it in the singular and the plural. Both are correct. The little things that hang down are called fringe. The jacket has a lot of fringe. Let's practice. Does the jacket have a lot of fringe? That's right. The jacket has a lot of fringe. So in American English, bangs and fringe are completely different. Bangs are to refer to your hair, and fringe refers to the little things that hang down on your clothes.
What would I look like with bangs? Be adventurous, be spontaneous, just do it. Just do it, just do it, just do it.
Never cut your own bangs. I learned this lesson 3 times.
And also, I guess last year was when I cut my bangs and had this style for the first time.
On Scrubs, it seemed to happen right around the time Elliot decided to cut her bangs.
Let's go ahead and take a close-up look at the fringe. Here's the edge of the blanket. I've chosen to do the fringe in the same color as the top and bottom stripes. You don't have to. And this fringe is the same way that you do fringe for any project.
Because it's made out of Heartland, we have fringe.
So I have my 4 fringes attached.
This is also not correct.
So yeah, and I think water is the word that you can actually use to like check who comes from where. Because in American, not only we say R in the end, water, we also like...
In America, not only we say R in the end is not correct. After not only, we have to use an inverted structure. That's a structure with a question structure. You're not asking a question, but you have to use this structure after not only. So the question structure is with do. Not only do we. Example, not only can he dance, but he can also sing. So positive, he can also sing. But after not only, I use a question structure. Not only can he. I switch. Not only can he dance, but he can also sing. Again, not only can he dance, but he can also sing. The position of also is important. We have to put it between the auxiliary and the verb. But he can also sing. So again, not only can he dance, but he can also sing. Let's practice. Can he sing or dance? That's right. Not only can he dance, but he can also sing. Or if I use a different structure, for example, he dances and he sings. And this is impressive, so I use this structure. Not only does he dance, but he also sings. See how I'm using the question structure? After not only, I use the auxiliary does to make the question structure. Again, you're not asking a question, but you have to use this inverted structure after not only. Again, not only does he dance, but he also sings. Let's practice. Does he sing or dance? That's right. Not only does he dance, but he also sings. Or we can talk about the future. He will dance and he will sing tonight. And this is impressive. So I start my idea with not only. Not only will he dance, but he'll also sing tonight. Again, I use a question structure after not only. Not only will he dance, but he'll also sing tonight. We see that the position of also is important. We put it between the auxiliary and the verb. He'll also sing. He will, contraction, he'll. He'll also sing tonight. So again, not only will he dance, but he'll also sing tonight. Let's practice. Will he dance or sing tonight? That's right. Not only will he dance, but he'll also sing tonight. Very good.
Not only does he come back in great shape, but he still thinks he can cook.
Not only will we boycott, we'll set up our own tournament. Fact.
Not only does he know how to dispose of bodies, he knows how to dispose of bodies in many different ways.
Our head? Not only did we embarrass Marky Mark, we let down the Funky Bunch.
Not only did I not get the sensation of slowing down, I got the opposite.
Not only has he violated the rules of this war game, but he's gone AWOL with U.S. government property.
And let's go back to the idea. What was the idea? She was talking about the word water and the pronunciation, the American pronunciation of the word water. And she said, not only do we pronounce the R in the end of the word, water, but we also pronounce R in the middle of the word, the T in the middle of the word.
When we say water, we don't even say T, we say R, like water, water. It's just interesting to see what native speakers do with their mouth.
But that's not right. We don't pronounce the T as an R. We don't say water, or maybe she's thinking about a rolled R, like rrr. Now this sound doesn't exist in English, but it exists in many other languages. Is it the same sound? Let's try it. Water, water, water. It's different. It's not a rolled R. It's a flap T or a fast D. Da 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 da. Not rrr, but da 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 da. Water, water, water. What's the difference? Well, one big difference is there's no air. When I say rrr and I do a rolled R, I'm pushing air. Not the same sound. If you pronounce the fast D, da 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 da, as a rolled R, rrr, you will have an accent. People will probably understand you, but it's not correct. We cannot say water. It's water, water. Use a fast D. Da 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 da. We cannot say this sound is an R in any way. This is also not correct.
Awesome. Let's move to my favorite sound, T. The letter T in American English actually has 4 ways of pronunciation. You can pronounce it as T, as R. There's also a glottal stop. Sometimes we also pronounce it as D.
There are not 4 different pronunciations of the letter T, and R is not one of them. Keep watching for a complete explanation of all the pronunciations of the letter T. Today we're learning different pronunciations of the letter T. The first one we see is this one. We see T-I-E or T-I-A. It makes the sound sh, sh, like shoe and shirt. The soft sound sh, sh. Examples, patient and initial. With patient, we see T-I-E, making the sh sound. Patient. The first syllable is a long A, like day and pay, pay, and shin. The second syllable is a closed sound. Sh, sh, shin. Patient. Patient can be an adjective. You need to be patient. Or a patient can be a person in a hospital or a doctor's office. A patient. And this word, initial or initials, more than one. We see T-I-A together, so the T is pronounced sh, sh. Initial. Initial. My initials are K-R-L for Kevin Richard Liddell. These are my initials. Let's practice. Is he a patient in the hospital? That's right. He's a patient in the hospital. Let's practice. My initials are K-R-L. What are your initials? Very good. Let's test what we've learned. You see a new word. You see TIA. How do we pronounce it? That's right, shh. So how do we pronounce this word? That's right, initiate. In the present, initiate. In the past, initiated. The second T is between vowels, so we pronounce it like a fast D. Initiated. Initiated. It means started. Example, who started the fight? Who initiated the fight? The boy. The boy initiated the fight. Let's practice. Who initiated the fight? That's right, the boy initiated the fight. He started it. Let's test what we've learned. We see this word. How do we pronounce it? Well, you see TIE in the second syllable. You know the T is pronounced sh. So this word is patience. That's right, patience is the noun. To be patient. Patient is the adjective, and patience is the noun. So you need a lot of patience to learn a second language. Let's practice. Do you need a lot of patience to learn a second language? That's right, you need a lot of patience to learn a second language. Now let's learn another pronunciation of T. When I see words like this, with TU plus a vowel, like TUE or TUA, as the second or third syllable, the T is pronounced ch, like chicken and change, ch. So pronunciation, statue, statue. For the first vowel, we use the short A like black cat, sta. Then we use the ch sound, statue. For the second syllable, we use the long oo like boot and moon, oo. Together, statue. This is the Statue of Liberty. And we see that T in liberty is between vowels, so it's pronounced like a fast D. Liberty, liberty. Not liberty, but liberty. The Statue of Liberty. And the second word, we see TUA as a second syllable. So the T is pronounced ch, actual. Actual means real. And you can say actually. Actually means really, in reality. Actually, or actual. This is an actual diamond. It's not a fake diamond, it's real. So I can say it's an actual diamond. Let's practice. What statue is this? Is this the Statue of Liberty? That's right, this is the Statue of Liberty. And this diamond, is it real? Is it an actual diamond or is it fake? That's right, it's an actual diamond. Let's practice what we've learned. What's the pronunciation for this word? We see the T as a second syllable with TUA. So we pronounce it with the ch sound. It's pronounced situ, situation. One situation or two situations. So the second syllable is the long oo like boot and moon. Situ, situation. We have two vowels together, the oo and the a. We need to link these vowels with the sound w, like the W sound, w, together. Situation, situation. Example, you need to practice English in all different kinds of situations. Let's practice. Do you need to practice English in all different types of situations? That's right, you need to practice English in all different types of situations. Let's test what we've learned. You see a new word. What's the pronunciation? You see TUE as the second syllable. So the T is pronounced ch, like chicken. So what's the pronunciation? That's right, virtue. What is a virtue? A virtue is a morally good quality. Example, patience. Patience is a virtue. It's a morally good quality to be patient. So I can say patience is a virtue. Virtue is countable, so I have to say a. Use the article a virtue. Patience is a virtue. What do you think? Do you think patience is a virtue? That's right, patience is a virtue. Let's look at another situation where T is pronounced ch. These two words, nature and natural. We see the spelling pattern, T-U-R-E. In this spelling pattern, T is pronounced with the ch sound. like chicken. So we see the word nature. And the other word, natural, we see T-U-R plus a vowel, an A. Also in this pattern, the T is pronounced with the ch sound. So the word is natural. But first, let's focus on the first syllable in these two words. In the first word, we use the long A, like day and say. Nay, nature. Nature is the thing. The noun is nature. And the adjective, the description, is natural. The first syllable is pronounced with the short A, like black cat. Na, natch. Natural. Natural is the adjective. Now we look at these two words. We see a similar spelling pattern. So the pronunciation? That's right, it's ch. The first word, culture. And the second word, cultural. Also remember the first syllable is a short U, like cup and up. Make a relaxed sound. Culture and cultural. Let's test what we've learned. Let's look at these two words. What's the pronunciation? What's the pronunciation of T? That's right, it's ch, because we see T-U-R-E, we pronounce the T as ch. And we see T-U-R-I in futuristic. Again, the T is pronounced with the ch sound. So the first word, future, and the second word is futuristic. Future is the noun and futuristic is the adjective. This is an image of the future, someone's imagination of what the future looks like. And if I describe this image, I can say it's futuristic. It's a futuristic image. It's an image of the future. Let's practice. Is this a futuristic image? That's right, it's a futuristic image. Is it an image of the future? That's right, it's an image of the future, or someone's imagination of the future. Another situation where T makes a ch sound is TR. When you have TR together in any situation, you can pronounce it ter, but usually we don't. We pronounce it ch plus the R sound, chur. Example, train, truck, tree, and travel. Remember, when you see TR, make the ch sound plus the R. It will help you pronounce the R correctly, so you don't say train or tri. Use the ch plus the R, the voiced R sound. Chur, train, truck, tree, and travel. Now let's talk about the pronunciation of T-I-O-N. Normally when you see T-I-O-N, the T is pronounced with the soft sh sound, like shoe and show. The soft sound sh. So we have shun. This is the most common pronunciation of T-I-O-N, but it's not the only one. So again, the most common is shun. Example, information, communication. So what is the other pronunciation of T-I-O-N? When T-I-O-N is after an S, then it's pronounced differently. It's pronounced with the ch sound, the hard ch sound like chicken and change. With words like this, question. It's not question, it's question. Use the hard ch sound because the T-I-O-N is after an S. Let's see some other words. Let's test what we've learned. We see this word. How do we pronounce it? Is it suggestion or suggestion? That's right, it's suggestion because the T-I-O-N is after an S. Make the hard ch sound like chicken. Suggestion. Let's look at the complete word. The first syllable is the short sound like cup and up. Sug. We have two G's and we're going to pronounce both of them. The first G is a hard G sound, sug. And the second G is the J sound, like juice and jump. Pronounce both. Suggestion. And T-I-O-N, the T makes the ch sound. So together, suggestion. Put the stress on the second syllable. He made a suggestion. He made a good suggestion. Let's practice. Did he make a good suggestion? That's right, he made a good suggestion. Let's look at some other situations where T makes a ch sound. When you have a T before a Y in two separate words, and you link the pronunciation of the two words, you will hear the ch sound. For example, look at your room. At your is correct, or you can say at your. Look at your room. If I separate the words, the T is a stop T because it's after a vowel. Look at your room. But if I link the words and I'm talking faster, you can hear, look at your room. At your. Look at your room. It's a mess. You need to clean it. Let's practice. What do you say when you see your children's messy room? That's right. Look at your room. It's a mess. You need to clean it. Another example, get your stuff. If I separate, I can say get your stuff. But because I have a T before a Y making the Y sound, I can change the T to a ch sound like chicken and say get your stuff. Let's go. Get your stuff. Or with this example, I bought you a present. You can separate and say I bought you a present. I bought you a present. Or when I have T before the Y, I can make the ch sound. I bought you a present because it's your birthday. I bought you a present. You're welcome. Let's practice. It's my birthday. Did you buy me a present? Thank you so much. Now let's look at the pronunciation of these two words. We see that double T is in the middle, but it's not between vowels. Not technically. When you look at the letters in the word, the T, or the double T, is not between vowels, but phonetically it is. When you see TLE or TTLE, phonetically the T is between vowels. And for this reason, the T changes to a fast D in American pronunciation. That's why we do not say little, we say little. And we do not say bottle, we say bottle. So this is a little bottle. Again, this is a little bottle. It's very small. Let's practice. Is this a little bottle? That's right, this is a little bottle. Today we're practicing the American pronunciation of the letter T. Our first example is NT. When you see NT, a lot of times you don't hear the T. Example, center. Of course, you can say center, it's correct, but a lot of Americans will pronounce it center. Or this word, 20. You can say 20 or you can say 20. Most Americans will say 20. Wanted or wanted. It's more common to hear Americans say wanted. You have NT in the middle, the T is silent. Other examples, internet. Internet or internet. International. International or international. Example, the internet is international. It's not just in one country, it's all over the world. So I can say, the internet is international. Let's practice. Is the internet international? Very good, that's right. The internet is international. Remember, when you say the word internet, use the. Pronounce the with a long E, the internet. But this rule depends on stress. If you have a stress after the NT, if you have a stressed syllable after NT, then you have to pronounce the T. Example, intense. I put the stress after the NT, so I have to pronounce the T. I cannot say immense, no, it's intense. Or words like intensive, intoxicated. We have the stress after the NT, we pronounce the T like a pure T. T, release the sound. Intoxicated. Integrity. The stress is after the NT in these words, so we pronounce the T as a pure T. Integrity. Again, pronunciation, intense, intensive, intoxicated, integrity. This man is intoxicated. It means he's drunk. He's intoxicated. Let's practice. Is he intoxicated? That's right, he sure is. He's intoxicated. Now let's talk about situations when the T is silent. The T is silent when it's between consonants. Examples, exactly, Christmas. We see the T is between consonants, so we don't pronounce it. You don't say exactly, don't pronounce the T. Exactly. You go from the k sound to the l sound. Exactly. Exactly. Or the word Christmas. We don't say Christmas. The T is between consonants, so it is silent. Link the sound s with the m. Christmas. Christmas. And it's not only in single words. If you have two words together and you're linking the words, which we do, the T is also silent. Example, must be. Must be. If you separate the words and you pause between words, then you could say must be. But if you link the words, you pronounce it must be, must be. The T is silent because it's between consonants when you link the words. Must be. Link the sounds s with a b. S, b. Together, must be. Must be. Example, he's old and she's young and pretty. Why is she with him? Well, it's obvious. He must be rich. Pronunciation, must be. He must be rich. Let's practice. Why is this girl with this man? He's very old. He's too old for her. That's right, he must be rich. Another example, just want. We see the T is between consonants, so it's silent. Link the sounds together. Just want. Just want. I just want to eat. I'm hungry. I just want to eat. Not just want, but just want. Just want. And we see the T in want is an NT. So we don't pronounce the T and we say wanna, wanna. I just want to eat. Want to or want to, you can pronounce it wanta or wanna. Both pronunciations are correct. I just want to eat. I'm hungry. I just want to eat. Let's practice. Are you hungry? Do you just want to eat? That's right. I'm hungry. I just want to eat. Or just saw. We see the T is between consonants, so don't pronounce it. It's silent. Just saw. You link the S with the S. Link them together. Just saw. Just saw. They just saw a movie. They didn't see a movie a long time ago. They just saw a movie. Let's practice. Did they just see a movie? That's right. They just saw a movie. Or this example, just once. But you say there's an O in once. That's a vowel. But phonetically, it's not a vowel. Phonetically, it makes the sound w, like a W. W, once. So phonetically, the T is between consonants. So it's silent. Link the sounds. Just just once. There's no T. Just once. Example, they saw the movie just once. They didn't see the movie 2 times. They saw the movie 1 time. They just saw the movie once. Just once. They saw the movie just once. Let's practice. Did they see the movie 2 times or just once? That's right. They saw the movie just once. Or when we see the word don't. A lot of times the T in don't is silent. Examples, I don't know and I don't care. I don't know. If you link the sounds, I don't know. Link the N with the other N. I don't know. Here the T is between consonants, so we don't pronounce it. I don't know and I don't care. Again, with don't, the T is between consonants, so you don't hear it. You don't hear it. Example, I don't care. So, I don't know and I don't care. Let's practice. Do you know or do you care? That's right. I don't know and I don't care. And we have some words that have patterns, letter patterns where the T is silent. Example, listen and fasten. You see S-T-E-N. With this spelling pattern, you can see the T is silent. Listen. We don't say listen, it's listen. And fasten. Example, fasten your seatbelt. Fasten is a verb, and the T is silent. You need to fasten your seatbelt. Let's practice. Do you need to fasten your seatbelt? Very good. We also see the silent T when you have the spelling pattern S-T-L-E. Like these words, whistle castle and hustle. The T is silent with the spelling pattern S-T-L-E. Example, this is a castle. Not a castle, but a castle. I would love to live in a castle. What about you? Would you like to live in a castle? Very good. And this is whistle. Whistle. I know how to whistle. Remember, with the verb know, use connectors how to. How to. Or pronunciation, howda, howda. Why do we say howda? Because the T is between vowels, phonetically. Howda. I know how to whistle. What about you? Do you know how to whistle? Very good. And now let's talk about these two words, soften and often. With both words, I don't pronounce the T. I say soften, and I say often. But sometimes you'll hear people say often, and it's not wrong, it's okay. People say both, often and often. I prefer often. Now the word soften, you can never say soften, it's always soften. And it means to make something soft. If you want to make your clothes soft, when you wash them in the washing machine, you can add fabric softener. Soften plus together, softener. I don't use fabric softener. What about you? Do you use fabric softener? Very good. So remember these two pronunciations of T. When you see NT in the middle between vowels, the T is often silent. But if the stress is after NT, then you have to pronounce the T like a pure T. Intensive. And when you see T between consonants, it's silent. Don't pronounce the T. If you link the sounds, do not pronounce the T. Examples, exactly and Christmas. Keep watching this video to see more examples and continue practicing with the pronunciations of the letter T. Today we're talking about the pronunciation of T. T has a lot of different pronunciations. First, let's look at this one. When T is at the beginning of a word, and after T you have a vowel, we use the pure T sound. Put your tongue up and release. T. Put your tongue up behind your teeth, not touching your teeth, just behind your teeth. Like this. T. And release. Examples. Tea, tie, table, and teacher. So the word starts with a T, and after T you have a vowel. Make the pure T sound. T. But what if the T is at the end of the word, and before T you have a vowel, then we do a stop T. That means you put your tongue up in the T position, but you don't release. Example, wait, wait. I don't say wait. I don't release the T. It's a stop T. I stop the air. I stop the air with my tongue in the T position. Wait.
For obvious reasons, I couldn't wait for your permission.
Sir, Molly and I can't wait to try those restaurants you recommended.
That's right. I can't wait to see your face when this rookie takes first place in front of the entire town.
You can't ask me to wait for that.
It's happening now. Harvey is that hero.
You know, you don't always have to wait for me to come to you.
You're not going. You're going home. Where you wait for me to call and tell you what, if anything, we found.
Thought. Thought. At the end, the tongue goes up and makes a stop T. Not thought, but thought. Thought. Thought.
I thought you were going to bring your daughter to help you translate.
That's what I thought you said.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
And there was this moment when I was looking at her, and I don't know, I thought I could actually date this one.
Hot. Hot. Hot.
And, I mean, it was hot, and I got burnt. Hey, you know, it's kind of a hot day to be a raccoon.
I remember it was the first really hot day of spring.
You want a hot dog?
Sit. Sit. Not sit, but sit.
You sit there with a mass murderer.
Ellen's gonna sit there. Ellen?
They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys.
And when you have a T at the end, a stop T, it makes the vowel shorter. Let's compare these two words. Play. There's no stop T. The vowel is longer. Play. There's no stop T, so the vowel is longer here. Play. Compared with plate. Plate. The stop T makes the vowel shorter. They're the same vowel, they're the long A. But the stop T at the end makes the long A a little shorter. Let's listen again. Play, play soccer, play, and plate. Plate. It's shorter.
I'm just gonna go get a plate. Go get a plate.
Miss Baker told me to bring you a plate.
Sweet potato pie.
Put that on the plate. Let's play a game then.
Let's play a game, just me and you.
What?
Let's play a game.
We need a break. Let's play a game.
Other example, day, day, and date, date. So with date, we see the vowel is shorter because you have a stop T at the end.
I got bored one day, and I put everything on a bagel.
But now I'm sure the day won't come when you no longer need Batman.
Have a blessed day, and hey, may your luck come out just as good as mine.
Can we set up a date right now? Are you available next Thursday?
I've got a date with a pretty upset girlfriend.
At first, it seemed like I made a mistake, seeing how it was only my induction day and I was already getting yelled at.
Now let's practice with another sound. When you have T-E-N, T-O-N, or T-A-I-N at the end of the word, and the syllable is not stressed, the T makes a different sound. We have to make a stop T and link it to the N. Example, kitten. You can say kitten, but most people say kitten. You do the stop T, kit. You don't release, and then you fall to an N, kitten. When you make the stop T, the tongue is up, almost in the N position, so you don't have to change much. Kitten, kitten. But don't say kitten. I cannot pronounce these T's as a fast D. I cannot say kitten. It's kitten, or more commonly, kitten.
No, I want a kitten.
We'll get a kitten.
I do notice you have a kitten hidden in your purse. Were you hiding?
I feel weak as a kitten.
God.
Other examples. These are mittens. Mittens, more commonly, mittens. Mittens. They're not gloves because they don't have fingers. They're called mittens.
I think I asked my mom for a pretty pair of mittens and she made them for me with all the...
Earned her living by knitting rabbit wool mittens and muffatees.
There's a nice scarf and some mittens in here.
Did you already lose the mittens that I got you?
Other example, written. Written. So you can say written or written. Written is more common. Just don't say written. It's written. Let's look at some examples that end with T-O-N. Example, cotton. Cotton.
But did you know how happy I was to escape from Charleston? From a world of slaves and corsets and cotton.
He picked cotton in Mississippi, you told me 100 times.
Now you out here picking cotton like the rest of them.
Step up and get your cotton candy.
Like cotton candy.
Button. Button. Not button, it's button. Stop T and fall to the N. Button.
Push a button and end up in Canada or something.
Ding-a-ling. I push a button, and all 5 level control centers are notified the same time you are.
Between us, we don't have the brains to push a button. In a week, all we'd have to do is push a button, we'd be turning on 100 cars a day.
I mean, how can anyone be serious about anything when some moron can steal a bomb or push a button and nuke us all until our shadows glow?
Carton. Carton. This is a milk carton. Carton. Now let's practice with some words ending in T-A-I-N. Example, certain. Certain. You can say certain or certain, but don't say certain. It's certain.
What makes you certain that your husband is involved with someone?
I think we can be pretty certain that Bourne's not your source then.
I had to be certain that you were a decent man, kind.
I know things. I'm certain that you know things.
Are you absolutely certain that you understood the gentleman's question?
and I'm not certain that you really understand this trait.
Example, mountain. Mountain. You can say mountain or mountain.
This Grail tablet speaks of deserts and mountains and canyons.
Mountains and the trees and the sea and the breeze.
See all the mountains and the surfers.
Though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing.
Antonius, with our best troops crushed in the mountains and the rebels marching on us as we speak, what did we celebrate?
Fountain. Fountain. You can say fountain or fountain. Both are fine.
And then I swim in the fountain all afternoon.
I was thinking about a chocolate fondue fountain right there.
That's a fountain of conversation, man.
Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.